So here we are in the C tool. As we explained before, this is just a tricked out Excel workbook, so it behaves and acts the same. So the different parts of this are broken up into worksheets, they call them, these different tabs down the bottom. And you can see at the moment we're just looking here at the count worksheet. And this is where you'll spend most of your time. This is where you count your inventory and record the different amounts. So the main parts of this is in column D here. We have the zone names. I've just got this filled in for illustrative purposes, but typically this will be things like your back bar, the liquor storage area, your walk-in cooler, and they'll be broken down actually by shelf, meaning that you always count in the same order, which will keep you accurate, and also by doing it the same way or same order each time, it'll also be faster. In column E, it displays the item which is going to be counted on that line, and in this weigh count column, we enter counts, as in perhaps 12 if we're dealing with Bud Light. If we had kegs, of course, we'd have the weight in pounds, perhaps 154 if it was full, or you can also tenth your kegs if you don't want the added precision of using a scale. And similarly, if we were counting GM, we can either place the bottle onto the scale if we have the bottle scale equipment, or we can simply tenth our bottles as we're used to. So all of the products which will be entered, we can see in our master list, we have a list here of almost 10,000 different products. So for the most case, if you need to enter a new product, you can simply scan the barcode and it will be looked up. That works well if we're dealing with liquor products such as Grey Goose, because those will all have barcodes. But you'll also notice that when you're dealing with kegs, annoyingly they don't typically have barcodes, and so in some cases you'll just look up the name of the product you're wanting to add and copy it and paste it directly into the counting tool. You'll do that, enter the barcodes here, or paste the name of the software right into this column G, which is where we identify what or make changes to what we're counting on each line. Also, if there's a product which you encounter, perhaps it's the latest new product, it's not in our system already, we also have the option to add a new product. You just enter the name, use the drop down menus. I'm going to skip through some steps, but final step here would be to enter the barcode for the item, and then once you've entered this item once, you'll notice if we come back to the counting tool and I enter the barcode, that product will automatically be looked up. So there's some nice features like that. So once you've done all your counting, the software will also need to know some other information so it can aggregate and calculate what your inventory value is on hand. The way we do that is we enter the vessel ID. So in this case, we're entering the vessel ID for a keg of Dale's Pale Ale. Some of the information will be automatically looked up, such as the size of the keg, leaving you to fill in the information that's specific to your bar, such as what you pay for the product and who you purchase the product from. In this case, actually, we purchased that from Coors. And then finally, you'll need to enter the par, and that will obviously be used. They'll compare the par with the current count to tell you what you need to order each week. Once you've finished your counting, another piece is to tell us the date you're doing your inventory on, and then enter the value of the deliveries by category, and then the value of the sales in those same categories. Obviously, those numbers will all be calculated together to produce your liquor cost. On the distributors tab, pretty straightforward. We enter the names of our distributors, and that's what populates the drop-down menu here in the product info tab when we're selecting our distributors, so we can enter as many distributors as we like. The previous count tab gives a precise, detailed look at what was counted last time, and you'll find this is useful if you have unexpected results or errors. This will be useful for finding where those errors are occurring, so you can correct them and not have problems with your liquor cost calculations. So that's the different parts of the C tool. Let's now jump into the R tool. Now we've switched over to the R tool from the C tool. Remember that the C tool is for data collection or counting. It's where you enter data, and the R tool is where we report the findings or your results. So similarly, the R tool is just an Excel workbook. It's organized by worksheets. So looking at the bottom here on the tabs, you can see we've got 4 different worksheets. So let's go through these in order. Starting with the products worksheet, we break things down at the individual product level, and will provide details of what you previously had on hand in terms of both value and the count, what you currently have on hand in terms of value and count, and what the par is for that product, and also what we're suggesting to order based on comparing the current count with the par. On the liquor cost worksheet, we're breaking things down by category. So obviously we're dealing with draft beer, bottled beer, liquor, and wine here. We display what the starting value is for each category, what the ending value is, and also what was delivered during the period. By combining those three pieces of information, we can calculate what the usage, or how many dollars worth of product you used in each category during the period. And by dividing that by the sales for the period, we can calculate our liquor cost, which obviously is broken down by category and also provided summed overall. And then cleverly on the liquor cost trend worksheet, that same information is presented, but it's put into the context of our past audits, and the liquor costs are presented on these graphs so you can track your trends and see how things are evolving over time. Finally, on the ordering worksheet, we provide a list of what needs to be ordered. So here in column E, we have what needs to be ordered. In column F here, we have the amounts that need to be ordered, and those are based on what we have on hand and also what the par levels are. And conveniently here, we're only showing those products which need to be ordered. And you see here in column D, they're organized alphabetically, but first they're grouped by distributor. So obviously we need to order these two products from Coors, and then we'd order these further products from Southern in this case. This is just for illustrative purposes, so obviously you will have more distributors. So that's the 4 parts or 4 worksheets of the Bar Ice Speed Count R tool. Thank you for watching this high-level intro. In the next videos, we'll get into detail about how to set up and use Bar Ice Speed Count at your bar.